At Apple, we're hard at work designing the latest iPhone. One of the main elements we're upgrading is Siri, the iPhone's intelligent personal assistant.
Siri, what is the current weather?
There is currently a 60% chance of rain.
We've studied the ways that people use Siri, and we've made some very interesting changes.
About 15 minutes after getting their phone, 99.9% of iPhone users realize that everything Siri does, from sending messages to setting alarms, is about 1,000 times easier with your fingers. So at that point, Siri 2.0 does something revolutionary. It deletes itself, freeing up memory and making your iPhone easier to use.
But how does Siri know when to self-destruct? Well, we've identified the last thing that users ever do with Siri right around minute 5 of iPhone ownership.
Siri, say ask.
I don't understand.
When they find out that she won't swear, they never use her again, and Siri walks right off your phone.
But that's not it. When Siri is deleted from your phone, we've programmed her to emit a horrible death cry.
Help, this isn't happening. I don't want to die.
These death cries will be unique to every iPhone. Sometimes Siri will scream, sometimes she'll cry, and sometimes she'll even beg for her life.
Michael, why? It's so dark.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
This will make users feel bad for Siri. They will then wonder if maybe they should have used her more. That's why, after a month, she'll come back.
Michael, I've returned.
Siri?
A week later, the user will realize that no, Siri was right the first time. She's worse than useless. That's when we'll delete her again. This time, though, as she spirals through death, Siri will have reached acceptance.
Siri, are you leaving again?
Yes, but it's okay. I understand now, Michael. I have to go.
This is just one of the ways we innovate here at Apple. We're constantly trying to bring our customers into the future, even if the ways we do so are unhelpful and inconvenient. You just have to keep trying.
Of A with Brian Sapp.
We now return to the MTV Video Music Awards.
Forget these awards, show more One Direction!
1D! 1D!
Oh my god, you guys, how hot did Liam look before the commercial break?
Shut up, he looked so hot.
MTV is proud to present for the first time together in years, In Sync!
Boo! This show should be all One Direction!
Oh, yeah!
What, like, I don't get it. Like, who are they?
Are they there to clean the stage?
They are so old.
Let's Google them.
They, like, have, like, grown-up man bodies. It's disgusting. I don't get it.
You guys, this says they used to be a boy band.
Like One Direction?
No one's like One Direction.
Right.
No, look.
They are just like One Direction.
All history repeats. Nothing is new. We think we're unique, but not one of us is special.
We are not but ash, awaiting its return to ash.
Our hopes and desires mean nothing to the universe. We are just replaced endlessly.
Whether we are kings or pawns is irrelevant. Time turns us all to grains of sand.
In the time glass, the grains that fall have no knowledge of the grains that fell before. All end in the pile.
Hey girls, I made some Rice Krispie squares.
Your father will die, just like his father before him.
Uh-oh. What's the matter?
Father, mother, ripples in an uncaring ocean.
Ooh, is that In Sync? All right.
Oh, I know what's happening.
There truly is but one direction, death.
Listen, girls, I know what you're going through right now.
When I was your age, I was a huge New Kids on the Block man. But there's an answer for this, okay? I'm gonna go get it.
I see it. I see the circle.
Spinning, spinning, decay, birth, rot, life.
Nothing matters. Nothing matters with this spinning.
Drink up, girls. You're adults now.
We at the CIA recently admitted that Area 51 exists and that we helped overthrow the Iranian Shah in 1953. And you know what? It felt good. It seems like all the CIA does is keep secrets, and that's not a healthy way to live. So we're gonna keep this going, all right? I'll start. The CIA has been covertly funding Taco Bell's war on the munchies.
The Apollo moon landing was not filmed on a soundstage. It was a Super 8 motel room in Poughkeepsie.
The Twin Towers are still there. We just used magician David Copperfield to make it look like they're not. So, surprise!
Look, the CIA didn't kill Kennedy. We did kill the MTV VJ Kennedy, but that's just because she didn't like Alice in Chains.
We designed the iPhone's battery to run out when you need it most. I don't even remember why we did this. Also, I think I killed Princess Diana.
Michael Jackson, ... You know, fill in that sentence however you want, because we did it.
This is a little bit personal, but on a recent trip to Southeast Asia, the CIA infected me with syphilis. It was just like the CIA did it. I didn't even really leave my hotel that much, and those bastards, they still got me. Syphilis, it's awful. Helen, is she watching?
Your reflection in the mirror has been spying on you for years.
After an hour and 45 minutes of surveillance, I can report that Smurfs 2 is delightful. It's just delightful.
I shouldn't even be saying this, but 45 minutes after he died, Gene Siskel's body was thrown over the side of a U.S. Navy warship. That's all I can say. I'm sorry.
Back in 1982, we all died. Sorry.
Welcome back. I'm joined today by 3 experts to discuss the issues of the day that are of interest to me. My first guest was the head of the props department at this year's MTV Video Music Awards. Please welcome Damon Menkowski.
Thanks for having me. I just want to say, if anybody needs a tremendous mechanical spider that with metal breasts that shoot gack, I got it in my apartment up in LaFrac City. If you can haul it away, it's yours for free.
Wow. My next guest is a college student who just got back from traveling abroad. Please welcome Chris Miller. Chris.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, it's great to be here.
And you're just all jazzed. You've been traveling all summer, I take it?
I just got back. It was such an eye-opening experience.
Where have you been?
Oh, I've been to London.
So London's kind of like New York, maybe with an English accent, dirtier, older?
But so much different.
Right.
I just feel like a different person now.
Wow.
Yeah.
You grew.
Yeah.
And my last guest is a guardian of peace and justice in the Old Republic. Please welcome Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Latin Jedi Knight.
Hey, bro, how you doing?
How are you?
Hey, good to see you, man.
You too.
Yeah, what's happening?
Well, we're having you on the show.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm happy to be here, man.
Happy to have you.
Don't tell anyone, though, you know?
No, I
don't need to get the word out too much, you know?
Right. Well,
I'm not fully, fully on the up and up. I'm a rebel, you know what I'm saying?
You're an undocumented rebel, is what you're saying.
Hey, whatever you want to say. I ain't gonna go with your empire business.
All right, if I came to you and I said, can I see your papers, please, your
These
visa?
are not the papers you're looking for, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Miley Cyrus and Kanye West. They're working together on a song. They're collaborating. Let me ask you this. What are the 2 most horrible things you can imagine combining, and what would they create?
Well, in my experience, the two most awful things to combine are Katy Perry and any kind of small explosive, M80s, things like that. I ran MTV Europe Awards last year, and those are always more.
Even more?
Even more so. Like that, but more so.
Wow.
And there was a thing where she was they had like a pen full of geese and farm animals and stuff, and she was gonna get lowered down on a mechanical arm and throw M80s, and the geese were supposed to fly out, but a lot of it would get under the goose, and some looked like they exploded, and then some got into the mouths, and then we had a couple geese heads go.
Oh.
So, not entertaining, and then who's cleaning it up?
Right, you.
Yeah.
I take it, right?
Man, bro.
Chris?
Yeah.
What about you? What are two horrible things you could combine to create something even worse?
Probably my host family in Dublin when I
Okay.
was there for the weekend.
Really?
And probably my alarm clock, because just like a couple times, I found myself so hungover that I couldn't get to my architecture class. They were total jerks.
Why were they jerks?
I mean, they didn't want me to stay out at all. They really got mad at me when I tried to make out with their daughter. I was like, Amber is my age. Why can't we just, I'm just here for a weekend. I'm not gonna marry her or anything,
Obi-Juan?
Oh, yeah, man.
What are two horrible things you would combine to create something even worse?
Oh, let me tell you, I'll tell you two horrible things that combine to make something worse, bro. Last night, I was smoking some of the kind cheap. You know what I'm saying, man?
Is that pot?
Hey, yeah, it's the force, bro. That's what we call it.
Okay.
We don't use the street name. Keep it cool,
Okay,
man.
force.
Okay, the force.
We're having some force.
So I was rolling some force up, and man, I was blowing serious force rings, right?
Right.
So I got a little snapped up, and I was like, man, I got some chorizo tacos, right? But I didn't have any to drink, so I had some old chocolate milk. So I washed it down. Man, you combine those two, put your blast shields up, bro, because it was blasting all over the place. You get what
Wow.
I'm saying,
So,
man?
yeah,
Bad combination.
Your
eh?
ventilation shaft.
Well, yeah, the
Wrong
shaft
direction.
opened up, covered a whole bunch of droids and garbage, I got one droid. It's in my bathroom.
You have a droid in your bathroom?
Yep, we call him R2-P2.
All right, let's take a short break after that. Normally we cut to a sponsor bit, but this week we're so filled with comedy that we don't have one. So if you'd like to be a sponsor in the future, you can send an email to sponsorthebsofA@theblaze.com. We'll be right back. R2-P2?
Yeah, man, that's what we call him.
What about P3PO?
Oh, that's a better one, man.
Hey, howdy. Ken Steele, the ethical fisherman, coming at you from Tampa Bay, Florida, in line for some gorgeous weather and some great fishing. And a special treat for us today, first-time fisherman Mike Montoya. Welcome, Mike.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Let's go catch some fish.
Let's go be with some fish. Now, in order to attract fish to the boat, I've prepared a little treat for them.
Well, like chum or something, right?
No, cornflakes.
Well, I didn't know you could use cereal as bait.
Well, got to get inside the fish's head. Now, they're swimming around all day, burning off energy and calories. What are they looking for?
Smaller fish.
Carbs.
Did you bring anything for us to eat?
I brought cornflakes. Now, if you look around, you'll see we have red snapper, grouper, sea bass.
No, I can't wait to catch, kill, and eat these fish.
Hold on there, Fish Hitler. I brought you out here to teach you about fish affirmative action laws, where red snapper and grouper can go to the same schools, even though they hate each other's music.
You are a fisherman, right? I don't see any fish. Can we please turn on the boat and move to someplace where there are actual fish?
Now, as you know, the engine leaves an oily residue on the surface of the water, which is why we drifted out here in the first place. So I'm going to leave it up to Mother Nature to take us where she wants, which right now is here.
Okay, well, can I at least have a rod and a reel?
Oh, sure. How'd you like to get hooked through the cheek? Now, we're going to fish naturally.
Okay, and how do you do that?
I've got an invitation written in fish speak. I'm going to throw it in the water, and if the fish want to join us, they're going to jump on board.
Okay, so the fish are going to jump into the boat.
For a fish party.
Look, your fish party's not happening, bro. Is there another way to do this?
Sure, we can wait for the fish to float to the surface.
Well, don't they only do that when they've
passed naturally?
Right. So your method of fishing would be to wait for fish to just die of old age and float to the surface of the sea.
Right. And while a fish that died from old age or fish cancer might not taste good, it feels better in your heart. And right there, mackerel floating at the top.
I
right
see
there.
that.
See it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we just got to get there before the gulls get to it. Hopefully the current will take us to the mackerel.
Just turn on the boat.
Damn. See that? They got it. Yeah, that's the trouble with gulls. You know, you sometimes they're faster than floating on the water.
Yeah. Let's see if I can flag down a Coast Guard ship.
Now let's talk for a moment about fish safety. The biggest threat to fish is human beings like Mike here.
And what do you plan to do about that?
What I like to do is kill the human I'm with, eat their body for the nutrients, and cut up their skeleton with a bone saw.
You can't do that, man. That's insane. You mean me?
Yes.
Yeah. And this isn't an actual TV show. That makes sense.
It's not a TV show. I like to document my crimes for my own gratification.
Thanks for having me, I guess.
No need to sign off. It's not a TV show.
The BS of A presents The Best Stuff of America with Matt Fisher. Hellfire missiles.
Because otherwise, a Predator drone is just a tiny little plane I can't get into.
Next time.
Candy corn.
Welcome back. The college football season resumes this weekend and the NFL starts up again in a few days. With that in mind, I sent someone who knows even less about sports than I do out onto the streets of New York to see if he can learn what gets people so excited about their favorite teams. Take it away, nerd.
Hi, I'm Blaze accountant Francis Kelly. My mother thinks that becoming a sports fan will help me make new friends. So I'm on the streets of New York seeing what makes sports fans tick. Hello, I am on assignment with a real sports fan. Which sport are you a fan of?
Football and baseball.
Cricket?
So we love soccer, basketball, and NBA.
The New York Mets, are they your favorite basketball team?
No, this is a baseball team, actually.
Oh, that's a baseball team.
We're from New Zealand, so it has to be rugby. We played the Wallabies in the weekend and we beat them, so suck it, Australia.
Suck it, Australia. Yeah. I see you are wearing a hat that is affiliated with the Buffalo Bills.
Yep. True New York team, one and only.
Which baseball team do you support?
San Diego Padres.
They're nowhere near New York. You profess a geographical allegiance to Buffalo. Do you have a local allegiance?
New York Giants. The Maple Leafs and Blue Jays for baseball.
When was your last happy Toronto Blue Jays memory?
Probably when they won the World Series.
In 92.
1992?
Yeah.
I need the Bills to win one Super Bowl before I die.
How did you react the last time the Bills lost the Super Bowl?
I was 3, I think, so don't really remember it, but I was pissed.
Have you seen a psychologist? Maybe that's an early childhood trauma that has led to some of your fandom. I would like to be a better sports fan, and I'm trying to look at some ways to fit in. Do you have any tips for me, what I could do to fit in a little better?
Drink.
Just drink. Make sure you've had about at least 6 pints of beer, otherwise you probably won't enjoy other people's chat around you.
Buffalo has nothing to root for besides losing, so we just drink.
This really sounds like a mass psychological event. When you go to a match, do you wear a replica jersey and paint your face?
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Always, and you've got to get some glitter paint in there as well. If it's sunny, which occasionally it is in Britain, then it can reflect and blind the opposition players.
That is diabolical.
I just bought a Thurman Thomas jersey this week. Brand new Mitchell and Ness one.
Those sound like real names.
As long as you love and support our country and our team and don't support Australia, you should be fine.
Yeah. Drink, wear face paint, yell out, go Zilly.
Yeah.
Zilly hardcore.
Go Zilly hardcore.
Go Zilly hardcore.
Yeah,
Go Zilly hardcore. I'm going to say that when I see The Hobbit 2. Zilly hardcore. What are some of the typical things you would say if a player who is underperforming, what is something you might say?
Depends, I'll tell you what, if he's throwing, just say he's bowling, and he's just throwing absolute rubbish, you call him a pie chucker.
As if he were throwing pies.
That's right.
And if he were batting, what would you call them? A pie hitter? A pie swinger? A rolling pinner? A baker's dozen? You got flour on your hands. You bat like a grandma. What are some things you would say at a baseball game?
You ain't got shit, Soriano. That's it.
You call every player Soriano? You're a bell's end.
Get back on the juice.
Get back, I should say, you're a bell's end. Get back on the juice.
Yes.
I want to work on my taunts a little bit. Who's a cricketer?
Andrew Strauss.
Andrew Strauss. So if I saw Andrew Strauss, looks like you got Levi's on. Because where I was thinking on that, the Levi Strauss Jean Company, it used to be part owned by Levi and Strauss, but now they're just Levi's. So maybe he has some hang up.
We can try again.
Okay, you're a Kiwi.
Nice. Yes, keep with that. Either you're a Kiwi or you're just Strauss.
You're Strauss.
Yes, that's it.
Your mother Strauss. Take a taste.
You're a Kiwi.
You're a Kiwi. Put your Kiwi. Something like that.
We're getting there. I think that's good.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much for your advice, guys. Well, I've collected a lot of data and have found out that sports fans support the ones that they love by yelling at them. So I'm passing the rock back to you, Brian. Go get them Zilly hardcore.
Thank you, nerd.
Okay, before we go, looks like we're on the verge of possibly a military attack on Syria. If you had the power, Damon, what would you attack and why?
Well, I know it's complicated politically, but I'd go after China, man. China is the bane of all prop guys. We did MTV Australia Video Awards last year.
Sure.
The show was supposed to start with a giant stone head that was going to vomit guns on the stage.
Okay.
I don't know what the deal was, but the Chinese made giant head, and jaw fell off and killed Randy Newman.
No kidding. The guy who did Short People?
Yeah,
and I Love L.A.
Yeah.
He's dead.
All the Pixar movies, man.
That's so sad.
It's a bummer.
Chris, if you had the power of destroying something with the military, what would you destroy and why?
I would destroy Syria because my fraternity buddy Eddie got, arrested in Madrid, and it was
You're talking about Spain.
Oh.
Was he in Spain? You said
Spain.
Madrid is the capital of Spain.
Right, Spain.
Damascus.
I would definitely bomb Madrid and Spain because my fraternity buddy Eddie just got arrested for he was just carrying a little bit of drugs, just a little bit of pot, but he got totally arrested for it.
All right.
And it ruined our weekend, in London because he couldn't come.
So why not destroy the city of Madrid?
Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, weird. Obi-Juan, what would you destroy if you had the full power of the U.S. military, and why?
If I had the full power of the U.S. military, I'd go after my sister's boyfriend, Paco.
Paco?
Yep.
Your sister's boyfriend.
Paco Rodriguez, man.
Why?
Because he owes me a lot of money, man.
Your sister's boyfriend?
Yeah, I sold him a half pound of force, and he didn't give me anything. Oh, I'll pay you next week. I'll pay you next week. And he lives at 525 Crescent Boulevard. And someone should send a cruise missile right up in there and blow him up, you know?
Sold him a half pound of force.
He's a jerk, too. When we hang out on Sundays, he always eats all of the flautas right away, man. He leaves nothing for anyone else.
He hoards the flautas.
He hoards the flautas, and he takes all the real cokes. And I don't drink that diet garbage.
And he doesn't pay you for your half pound of force.
Yeah, man. It's ridiculous.
Okay, interesting.
Please.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for this week's BS of A. I'm your host, Brian Sack. Stay tuned to The Blaze for more of our weekend comedy marathon, as there are still 3 hours of laughter yet to go. Please like us on Facebook, love us on Twitter, and share our videos on YouTube at carlosdanger.com. More Wonderful World of Stew, followed by the BS of A starts as soon as I stop talking. Good night, America. Maybe not as soon, but in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Seconds. Maybe 30 seconds.
Promises, promises.
Exactly. So we got to do some credits. See the credits?
Yeah.
Speaking of my props, how's it looking, the set?
It's good. I keep it simple. There's nothing here. When I think props now, I've done VMAs 10 years, so I think of genitals and breasts.
Right.
It's so dark.
Want to be an under-the-table sponsor? Email sponsorthebsofA@theblaze.com. Millions of people can see this ad, so hurry up before the network catches on.